Hi guys, so today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how I did this little layout on a CD. Now this was an old CD that I used and I didn't want to throw it out, so I decided to use it as a little I guess hanging thing for my picture or my layout. Intentionally it was just going to be a little layout for me to insert like in a little book, but I thought it would be nice to make it into a little hanging thing to put in my corkboard wall, and I decided to use it. I was cutting it out by hand because I don't have anything to cut it out, a perfectly shaped circle. I will be investing in a Martha Stewart pretty soon to go ahead and cut out my perfectly round circles, but in the meantime this will work. So what I used to put it on the top portion of the CD was my tape gun. It works better than glue or anything else. Now this little doily, I folded it, and as you can tell, it ripped with the tape. It's better with glue because the tape did not work, and I learned. And this is an older picture from Savannah when she was 6 months. She will be 6 years old, so that's to tell you that picture's old. That's why it's all scribbled from the back. And I thought it was really cute, so I wanted to use it and use some bling. I wanted to use pinks and roses for her stuff, so the crown didn't really quite go. These are like little, they look like little berets for the hair, like barrettes or something, but I think they're paper clips. They're for crafting, so I decided to use it because I thought it was going to go perfect with that. Now those beautiful little flowers are like in little rose bunches that this lady at my work gifted to my sister-in-law, and then my sister-in-law decided to share with me. So I wanted to use them in this little layout just because I thought they were super cute and they would go perfect with Savannah's little boa. So I hot glued the little flowers. I was trying to play around to see what side it looked better in. It does look better in the little corner, so I decided to go with that. And then I wanted to use bling, so I ended up using some all pink and purple color bling, and I did look to see if lace would go with it, but it really didn't turn out to look nice. I wanted to put like rose lace and white, or like that off-white, and it didn't really go well. That was like a nice vanilla color, but I ended up going with bling instead of that. It was just too much, so I ended up putting some big bling with some little bling, and on the other side of the corner I ended up putting star blings, and I just laid it out. I think I put 3 or 4 on each side, and the stars, I think I only put 3, so I ended up going that way. And then I ended up wanting to put a little bit more. I was gonna put her name, but eventually I will put her name. I'm gonna get a nice gel pen so I could put her name on the front somehow, and I just didn't want to overcrowd it in the front since it's such a little piece. So I just wanted to put bling, the doily, the little flowers, the little barrette. And then for the back end I ended up doing the same thing, tracing the circle, cutting it out, trying to get it as perfectly shaped in a circle to match the back end of the CD. Of course my hands are not that steady, so it's not that perfectly shaped. So I ended up cutting it, and then I ended up putting the punches. Before I go any further, the hot glue really did not work. It was not a really good idea because it did not really stick to the back end. I ended up doing it like 2 or 3 times before I finally got it to stick. So ladies, if you decide to go with this project, go with the actual tape, the tape gun, or just standard tape, double-sided tape, whatever works better. I ended up putting a little bit of leaves on the side, and those are the Recollection leaves. Those are the Recollection leaves, and then they ended up going, sorry, that's my phone. Yeah, apologize, I am doing a voiceover just because a lot of my videos were unable to download because of copyright. So more bling, of course. I ended up putting more bling. And then on the back end, oh, that's really cute. I wanted to use the hearts, but unfortunately there wasn't a lot of place for the big hearts, so I just used a tiny little heart by the corner by the flower right underneath the roses, and then I ended up using those little twirls for the up and the down to give it a little bit more bling. And I thought that went perfect because it was like a light pink. On the back end, I did end up cutting it out to match it, and then I ended up punching out some circles so I can write, so I could have wrote my sentiments in the back, or like the age that she is, and you know, a little bit about herself, so in case when she grows up she wants to read it, or if anybody comes over and is wondering, they could always see the little sentiments in the back and stuff. So that's where I decided to punch it out using the same, oh, and the doily. I know I'm all over the place. This is my first voiceover. I'm sorry, guys. So I ended up using a doily to cover it and kind of make it look the same as the front. So I ended up punching out the circles. I ended up punching 2 or 3 to put them in the back to hold my actual little cards in place. And I ended up using the gun, the tape gun, which worked out really well. And I really love this method to hold my little place cards just because it really worked. I was very surprised. I was just gonna put a bunch of punch outs in the back and it turned out nice. So there's my little tags, and I ended up punching 2, and then I ended up punching little circles in the top portion of it and putting a little bit of lace through them. Unfortunately I didn't show it here. I ended up doing it afterwards. You know how when your project's done you end up doing a little bit touch-ups to it? So that's what happened. And sorry if it's going too fast. This video would have been 14 minutes, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Have a good one.